Hi, Sarosh.
How are you?
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous? It's the first time or what?
No. You know this, right? Everyone in the event industry is petrified of talking to Sarosh Patel.
That's wrong. Everyone loves me.
What does Sarosh Patel wake up and think? What's the first thought that you get in your mind every day?
Will I get a 10 crore budget client today?
You worked for the best of families and all of that. Do you think you've reached your peak?
No, not at all. Every project means you finish one and you go to the next one. It is a bigger challenge. And I don't think so it'll ever stop.
Tell me, what do you enjoy doing the most? Fashion or weddings or musicals?
Rather me or my team or really enjoy doing challenging projects.
You're not active on Insta?
No, I'm not active on Insta or Facebook or any social media. I started watching Insta and then one day I decided there's no point watching it. I mean, what's the point? Follow other people and look at their work. But why should you look at their work? Otherwise, you'll be copying their ideas, ultimately.
You have 8 clients. It's not a big deal. I don't think you need to even call them, right?
It's not the number of clients, it's the amount of work they give you.
Why you don't go back to taking pictures of the work?
Oh, we take pictures, we can't advertise them because all of them are under NDAs.
जो दिखता है वो बिकता है, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है। और यही एक्चुअली एक लाइव एग्जाम्पल आज आप इस पॉडकास्ट में देखने वाले हैं। एक ऐसी पर्सनालिटी जिसने इवेंट इंडस्ट्री में इतने सालों बिताए हैं, from being a light designer to a set production expert to somebody who can truly speak his heart, but only if he's in the mood. इनको पॉडकास्ट पे लाना कोई आसान नहीं था और ये बहुत कम ओकेजन्स पे इवेंट इंडस्ट्री के किसी भी मीट पर आते हैं, लेकिन we were lucky and we got to chat with the one and only Sarosh Patel. Hi, Sarosh.
How are you?
I'm good, but I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous? It's the first time or what?
No. Oh, God. No, but somehow when it comes to talking to you, you know this, right? Everyone in the event industry is petrified of talking to Sarosh Patel.
That's wrong. Everyone loves me. And we
Yeah.
are going to prove it today. Everyone loves Sarosh.
Everyone loves Sarosh. We'll make it a point that
That will
everyone
be
has
nice.
to. It's amazing to see that you've had this like fabulous journey of yours. But I feel very excited to be able to chat with you because not everyone knows the entire journey. They know of your greatness of today. And yeah, that is how they know you.
Okay.
Believe it or not, yes.
Okay.
And they know you're one of the more celebrated people to have worked with, the who's who, and all of that. But tell me, what does Sarosh Patel wake up and think? What's the first thought that you get in your mind every day?
Every day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Will I get a 10 crore budget client today?
Is that so?
Yes, that's so. Or more.
More. God. So money drives you more than anything else?
Money and work. It's all hand in glove.
Hand in glove. That is true. That is true. But do you feel today like you've done, you've worked you've worked for the best of families and all of that. Do you think you've reached your peak?
No, not at all. Not at all. Every project means you finish one and you go to the next one.
Yeah.
It is a bigger challenge. And I don't think so it'll ever stop.
Really?
Yeah, it's like being in any profession means we can't compare our profession to a doctor's profession or anything like that. But
Sure.
every time you get into doing something, it is different. That's a good thing about our industry. It's not monotonous. Otherwise, I don't think so I would be able to carry on so long.
Yes, there is newness.
Yes.
And there's also this uncertainty, na? no matter how right you do it every time, there's always that, because you're dependent on so many other people to
No,
deliver.
there is uncertainty. Of course, depend on people because they are good at their work, but uncertainty because we are always running against time. Now, you're also in the same field. You tell me, do we ever have enough time?
Actually, no.
Yeah, that's the thing. It is just that every client wants us to do the impossible.
True.
Yes.
And they hardly understand what that actually the toll that it costs on all of us, doesn't it?
They're not bothered with
They're
that.
not bothered.
But why should they be? Because they've hired us as professionals and we have to deliver.
My God. Have you ever rejected work because of timeline issues or saying that it's not practical?
Oh, no, very rare. But I may have only at the Taj, the Bombay Taj.
Yes.
That's another nightmare of a place to work in.
To work, to get your the saman up and
For a simple reason, it's 100 years old.
Ah,
They did not have any structures in those days.
yes.
The biggest parties used to have candelabras.
Wow. Oh yeah, but actually,
Yeah.
can you blame it? So the newer venues are definitely
Much
the right,
more easier to work in. Accessibility is there. Everything is there.
Tell me, when you end up working for families like the Ruyas and the Ambanis and the Birlas, does that keep you and your team a little more in the tension space because of the profile?
Uh, there is tension, of course, due to the profile. But more than tension, it is much more responsibility.
How
Tension
so?
is secondary.
Okay.
Because you have to deliver, it's like if you've rendered something and you have shown the client something, you need to deliver the exact same copy of it. You can't change.
And they have their own teams as well who are there only for monitoring what.
Yeah. When you say teams, means they've got several teams monitoring you. several teams. And the thing with these guys is that I'll just give you an example. Like an average event company in India must be doing about 2 events or 3 events a month. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
For sure.
Now, these clients themselves do about 8 to 10 events a month. So automatically their staff gets trained.
Yes.
So they are like, they are by default event managers and event people.
True.
By default. He may be coming in as a housekeeping guy or accountant or, whatever, as an admin or whatever. But by the end of it, he becomes an event person.
He does, actually.
So you're talking about 120 events under his belt in a year.
Yeah. So he's naturally inclined to think like us and ahead.
Yes. He thinks like that. He plans like that. So it's interesting also. It's irritating also. The whole thing is there.
How do you deal with the whole discussion when it goes into the favorite topic? Because they also have to prove to their bosses that they are adding value, which is the budget.
Budget. No. So see, all these big families, they never discuss money with you.
Oh, is
So
it?
It is the back end which does.
Which is the same in-house event team who understands your part of the game?
It's a totally different. It's a procurement.
Okay.
Yeah, it works like a industrial unit, but means it's a family function. But it's totally different. So these guys don't know what is happening over there, and those guys don't know what's happening over here.
Oh my God!
So it's all on presentations which have been approved.
Wow! Amazing.
Yeah.
And how much of value do these high profile weddings add? Like say if you're in the film industry, if you end up getting signed up by YRF for Dharma Productions, then it's a stamp that you're the star. Does working with these kind of high profile names also bring that ultimate stamp to somebody's work? Do you feel?
It does most probably, but it has not happened in my life.
Don't say that.
Means
why do you think we all think you're the most expensive? And
that is okay because you're in the industry, you're part of the industry. But talk to a normal person who wants his daughter getting, wants the wedding done in his family. He doesn't know who Sarosh is.
Mhm.
He's not bothered with what I have done or what I have not done. I think so. Ultimately, he's bothered that will I be able to deliver what he wants for his daughter?
Wow.
Yeah,
Really?
I think so.
So
I really think so.
it doesn't play on their mind that, oh, because he's done it for XYZ, so it must.
They will have some level of confidence in them, like saying that, yeah, fine, he's done these high level projects or whatever.
Yeah.
So there is faith, there is confidence.
Faith.
Yeah,
Yeah. But it definitely also automatically puts you in, I think, in a space where I feel a lot of clients may not even be reaching out to you with the assumption that you're too big, you're too busy. Does that also
possible.
happen?
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Yeah, when
It
you
happens a
start
lot.
working with a certain league.
So during off season, I try to go and get those clients. What?
I'm around. Oh my
But
God.
nowadays we don't have off seasons also. So
That's also because you dabble into many other things. You're not just
yeah,
into weddings.
yeah. But
You
we do corporate also. We do this also. We do that. But
fashion shows.
fashion happens during off season time. So a lot of
Yeah.
stuff happens. But as I said, but there is no off season, so there is no break as such,
Yeah.
except for a month. I think so. April is the
Yeah.
we call it the lazy month.
The
Yeah.
lazy man. True, true. Some call it dull. I call it dull because it suddenly makes you feel like, oh my God, what happened?
Yeah,
कहाँ गए?
it's just
सब
after
कहाँ?
year ending, and
Yes.
budgets are not in place.
Yeah. Team is also in a little
Yeah.
iffy diffy. You're also iffy diffy about some team members. So then-
True, very true.
Tell me, what do you enjoy doing the most? Fashion or weddings or musicals?
I think so. Rather, me or my team or all of us really enjoy doing challenging projects.
How?
How means we did like setting up a stage in the dunes or something like that. We did that some time back.
Yes.
But that was
Bangalore, was
no
it?
Jaisalmer.
Oh, sorry, Jaisalmer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was huge, and it was something different. Again, as I said, a new thing, something new, challenging, something impossible. But we managed it. It was good. It was beautiful by the end of it.
So the type of show really is not what makes the difference. It's what you are expected to do at that
Yes,
event.
what they expect us to deliver. The more challenging, the more interesting it is.
Yeah. And definitely the bigger the budget, the more exciting it is.
More challenging, more budget.
True. How do you put
Yes.
a number to certain things, right? That also plays its part, doesn't it?
Number, I think so. More than the material and, like how a regular budgeting goes, like, how much of this material, how much will that cost,
Yeah.
travel, this, that. It's more, I think so. You should put a figure. Means everyone in the industry should start doing it. It's the amount of time you give to the project.
Yes.
You understand what I mean to say?
Yes.
It is not that this project costs this much because the material costs this much.
Yeah.
And the labor and the transport is this much.
True.
It is how much time you're giving to the project.
Yeah. I remember one of our common friends, Navneet Mohan, when he was with Laksh during COVID, when we all had a lot of time to reflect, he did try to bring this discussion up amongst all the companies who are working for corporates. That how about also valuing the number of meetings we do, the number of hours we put in for those meetings, and then redraft and repitch, and all of that also should be accounted for.
I agree.
But
You should.
how do you think it's really possible?
Like lawyers or
Yes.
stuff like that. They bill you by the minute or
Yes.
an hour or whatever.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying you don't go that drastic, but you should get that. I think so. If you start doing that, you yourself will feel good about yourself.
Yeah. True.
Trust me.
And you're okay if you are doing it and the others are not, and then you're being questioned on it by a client?
I think so. I'm quite isolated from the whole industry as such.
That is true.
Yeah. Half the time, though, I don't even know what people are doing. And I had got off Facebook. Then this Insta thing came up and I started watching Insta. And then one day I decided there's no point watching it. I mean, what's the point? So I got off Insta also.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not active on Insta?
No, I'm not active on Insta or Facebook or any social media
Oh my God.
because what used to happen is I used to follow other people and look at their work.
Yeah.
But why should you look at their work?
True.
Why don't you concentrate more on your own work?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I think.
No, fair. I think there's hardly any wedding planning company that I follow. Genuinely for this reason, that why should I waste my energy in
I
seeing
totally
who's up
agree.
to what?
Otherwise, you'll be copying their ideas, ultimately.
Yes, yes. I also feel I'll get blocked in only thinking in one fashion,
That's
in
true.
one style, one
That's
path.
right. That's right.
I have to be active because we run
No,
too
no, of
many
course, of
brands with the school especially. To reach out to the unknown, I think Insta really works.
Yeah, it is good. But
Yeah.
as I said, we've got about, let me tell you, means I've not told you this, we've got about 7 to 8 clients. That's it.
Wow.
So now 7 to 8 clients are 8 phone calls, huh? Nothing great, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't want to reach out to the millions out there. Let them reach out,
Wow.
right?
How are you so secure? Please.
How?
Yes.
Bill by the hour. What? I'm going to bill you also for this one.
Yeah. I'll send it to him and Kale. I don't want to even see Himu's expression right now. He must have already gone to pick up a wedding in order to pay you for this.
Oh, yeah. Tell me.
Oh, God. Okay. Tell me, if we have to stop at your success journey right now and rewind and go back to the time when I think you started being a light designer for plays. That's how
I started with theatre.
with theatre.
Gujarati theatre. Not even Gujarati theatre, the Parsi theatre.
The one that happens on the Parsi New Year.
That's right. Those, those.
Khordad Sal and...
Yeah, the hysterical ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have acted in 2-3 of those.
Yeah. It's fun.
It is.
And from there, I graduated on to some Gujarati theatre.
Oh. At Tejpal and
All the auditoriums. Tejpal, Patkar, Bhaidas, which is no more.
Yes.
And Prithvi, everywhere. All over. And did that for a few years. Then I jumped onto the English theatre with Rage Productions and I'm Not Bajirao or Love Letters or Who Ought to Be in Pictures. And then I worked quite some time with Alec Padamsee on few of his projects like Death of the Maiden and I don't know which one was the other. I forgot. Whatever. Did a couple of them. And then I jumped into the commercial part of lights in doing fashion shows and,
Oh, how did that transition happen from theatre to fashion?
I was doing lights for a English play called I Bertolt Brecht.
Okay.
And Viraf had come to see. He was quite senior enough, at that time and doing lights. And he said, why don't you join me? So okay.
Really?
At that time, we're flowing around here and there. So I joined him in those days. God. And Sam was there. And Sam said, yeah, go ahead. It's a good thing.
Wow.
Got on there and did lights. I think so. I carried on my lights career for about 8-9 years.
And how old were you then?
I think so around 28, 29. And then one day I just decided that's too much. I can't handle it anymore. Stop doing it.
Just randomly decided to
I got bored of my own work.
Wow.
And I shifted on to making sets, construction.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you had also got into the business of technicals with investing in lights.
Yeah, that was later on again.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow. So the shift was actually from light designing into set designing.
That's right. Set designing, set construction. And after that, then I again started a sound rental and a light rental company.
Yeah.
Simultaneously.
And how did you gain the first hand of experience into set construction? Because
it was a disaster.
Really?
Oh, it was a disaster.
I cannot believe.
Well, it was it was a launch of the Accent car. Hyundai Accent.
Yeah.
and I had to put up a backdrop. My God, can't tell you.
You were saying you didn't do a good job?
Oh, yes. Well, zero experience.
Yeah. I know.
Confidence level at another level.
Of course.
But my God, the backdrop was really screwed up.
Oh, God.
But somehow we managed to pull it off.
Yeah?
But it was a nightmare. But that's a learning thing.
It is.
It
It
is.
is. And you'll always value that client who gave you that chance,
Oh,
right?
yes.
Whoever
Yes.
plays a gamble on us.
Yes, yes.
Don't we all love those
It was
clients?
Showtime events.
No! You must have walked in damn confidently for them to give you that job.
Oh, yes, I was very confident.
This would be when Jindi, Michael, they were
Yes, that's right.
taking
That's right.
the
That's
calls.
right. Those days.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And then you continued to do corporate shows in terms of
Yeah,
set
lots of
production.
corporate shows, lot of fashion shows, lots of luxury lifestyle, everything.
All of it
Yeah,
just
all
rolling
of it,
in.
all of it. Just kept on rolling in.
And then I think one of the agencies with whom you've worked the most would be 70.
Yes, 70 is one of our major clients.
Yeah.
One of the 8.
You know, I'd once heard Roshan Abbas say this, that, he spends a lot of time calling all his clients, okay? And that's a way of doing business development, etc., building your relation. So I used to always tell my partner, Hemant, that why don't you just wake up and just make calls, like tell all our wedding clients, hi, what's up, do that kind of. And he's like, that's just not me. You're forcing me. It's been years, but he's never got himself to do that. You have 8 clients. It's not a big deal. I don't think you need to even call them, right? To say, hey, what's up? I'm here.
But I'm telling you, it's not the number of clients, it's the amount of work they give you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you've never felt the need to do any kind of PR or networking at these event conventions and...
Oh, I never go to event conventions.
Yeah, I miss you.
But...
because I go to every...
Yes. But nothing. Whenever they give us something free, we say, okay, advertise our name. What else? Like, I tell you, the first time wow or something happened,
Yeah.
we had given them a trussing, some sound and something, and then they give us some 6 months of free ads or whatever. We don't have content to put in.
Oh my.
Yes. Double page thing. Nothing.
Yes.
But nothing to keep. What do we do? Kept on writing effects tech.
Why you don't go back to taking pictures of the work?
Oh, we take pictures. We can't advertise them because all of them are under NDAs.
Oh my. See? High profile work.
So you can't put it.
You cannot.
Yeah.
So you actually have to sign up the NDAs
Oh,
for
yeah,
all
yeah.
these
Yeah,
projects.
big documents.
Oh. And then do you have a legal team at your end also? Or it's no point?
No, there's no point. If you, they have covered themselves from all angles. You either sign it and do the job, or you don't sign it and don't do the job.
Don't do the job.
So you just sign it and give it back to them and pray to God nothing happens.
My God. And then I'm sure your team gets tempted to take some pictures and show family and friends, even if...
No, all that is allowed. You just can't post it anywhere.
Okay. Fair.
I can show it to you. I can show it to another client on my laptop. That is fine.
Okay.
But I cannot advertise on it.
Fair.
The thing is, the mileage you will get by doing this move, you can't do that.
Imagine, and I deal with so many clients who are only telling us that, you can use my pictures and get your next business.
How sweet. Nice people.
I'm sure this has happened with you, that something that you may have, worked on, a work of yours, and the credit has been taken by some random person who probably doesn't know you or probably knows you. And the client comes around to you, or somebody comes to you and says, ye dekho, aisa kaam chahiye. And you're like, ye maine kiya hai.
Acha, like that. Okay.
Has that ever happened?
So like when you go to a client and you're showing him something and the client says, no, this is what I want.
Yeah. Acha, that too I'm sure is
that's a very common thing. Yeah.
But when you show your work, and has the client told you कि ये आपका काम थोड़ी है, ये तो मुझे XYZ ने दिखाया कि...
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens quite a lot.
Oh.
It happens. But then you have to convince him that, Papa, this is my work now. Yeah, I mean, it's a confidence level you say it with, because even that guy has used tremendous confidence who has presented your work to the client.
Yes.
Right or wrong?
Yes, absolutely. It's happened with us. One of the instances, I called up that person and I said, you need to stop doing this.
No, you can't.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't control my emotions.
Yeah,
yaar.
but you can't do that. No, you just have to convince the client and tell him that, why don't you speak to the client directly instead of that person? And
True.
ask them who's done the job.
Who's done the job?
So at that time, I think it clears in his head that, this is the right guy.
Yeah.
And that guy was whoever, whatever.
Whatever.
But it happens.
It is quite common.
Yeah.
And
Part and parcel of the industry.
yeah. And has it happened that
Can I tell you one thing? And majorly it happens because there are no credits to the event.
Yeah.
Like a movie. There are no credits.
Yes.
Like this particular thing you're doing.
Yeah.
You will have credits at the end of it.
Yes.
Mentioning everyone that who was doing what.
Yeah.
In our field, there is nothing like credits.
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
And that's the reason all these goof-ups happen.
And how there are some that come to our notice, and then there are those which I'm sure you're not even aware of. In some city, somebody showing your work and taking it all. Tell me, have you had an instance where you put some terms and conditions? Because in our industry, raat gayi, baat gayi, because the excitement of the client is also till the event is yet to happen. Once the event is over, especially in weddings, the situation is that suddenly everything looks very expensive the next day after the project is over. Do you have your strict rules and terms and conditions, and have you really put your foot down and stopped work and done any of that?
No, just a couple of times, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even that we have failed in.
Why? How?
Because as I said, whatever in the last segment, as you said, that we are always running against time.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if I have to stop work and demand money, and the guy pays by mistake, how will I finish my job?
Oh my God.
Do you understand what I mean to say?
Yes.
I can only just threaten the guy, but ultimately, I don't think so. You can't stop. How do you do it? You tell me.
I have done it. I've done it because I'm a planner.
Yeah,
so,
you're a planner.
Yeah.
But over here, what happens that means I've got 6 hours to set up or 12 hours to set up.
Yeah.
In that, where are you going to, say, give me the money or I'll stop the production? You can't do it because you are running against time.
True.
Every minute counts.
And he's actually going to pay you, and then you will be in a spot.
We can do it before it happens. That we've done.
Yes.
I'll not say no. Yeah. That you transfer 50% or 80% or whatever, and then our trucks will go. That is fine. But on site, there's no chance. At least in our projects, there's no chance.
There's no chance.
No, you can't afford it.
True. No, today you're in a much more comfortable situation where I know you can also trust somebody and nobody is going to mess around with you. But I'm talking about, say, few years back or when you just got into that space. I'm sure then it was a case of they want to see your work and then pay you for it.
That does happen. That does happen. But, means we've been not paid by people who we've got friendly with, honestly speaking.
Oh.
Yeah. Like one of our common friends, Mr. Vijay Singh. Oh my God. His character.
Are you chasing that? I know it's pending. You've given up.
Of course. How much can I chase? I would rather concentrate on other work than chase the guy.
Actually. And
so what we've experienced, but this has not happened in the last 4 or 5 years. But before that, we had a particular, every year we would go down by about 50 lakhs to 1 crore of rupees. Every year we used to go down. Yeah. Someone or the other would come and fleece us. And we were just so involved in our work.
Yeah.
That it'll come, and it doesn't come.
And then what is the point when you just decide to give up? You wait for a year, 2 years, or?
Yeah, you wait for a year, 2 years, and then write it off.
My God.
I have the checks if you want to see it someday.
Ooh.
All of them. I said, keep them safe.
And we can frame it someday. See, that's the long list, but I'm still richer.
And our means our country means by the time you fight a case and you too lengthy a procedure.
Doesn't work.
It works, but too long. Too long.
But it's worth it that the amount is huge, Sarosh. Think about it.
No, I don't think so, because the amount of time you'll waste in that, might as well just get on to 2 more clients and do 2 other
Yeah.
jobs and recover the money from there.
Oh my
Than losing those clients because you're not there and you're attending court dates and stuff like that.
And then principally what happens to the vendors who were working on that project because
you
of
have to pay them.
My God. And that is something that would you delay it for a while in the hope that you're going to...
We can delay it, but you have to pay them.
And eventually when it's not coming, you just don't...
You see what happens that, like there are, I don't know, thousands of production houses in India.
Yes.
But we are one of those who have got their own places, their own offices, their own godowns. We don't shift every 6 months. You understand what I mean to say?
Yes.
So not paying is not an option.
They know where to find you.
Yeah.
But it's not you as a person. It's just not you. And I think the name that you've been able to build is also largely because of that.
Yeah, and that's the reason you get a huge credit history also, no? With those guys, means they'll give you credit and you can roll your money or whatever. True. It's because they know that they are safe with us, those guys.
Take us through the process of when somebody approaches you, like they've got a set design perhaps in mind and they approach you that they want you to, handle the entire production. What is your usual ideal modus of operandi going about this?
Nothing. You meet the client, you meet the couple, you talk to them, ask them what their likes and dislikes are. Usually the girl has got some fairy tale dream about, how she wants her wedding to be.
Yeah.
You take those inputs, do some referencing, go back to them. She will like something, she'll not like something. You go back again. And once they finalize, then you give them renders of what the place will look like and how, and, what's the ideal situation and what flowers to use or what colors to use to every single thing.
Right.
To the minutest details, to the tablecloth, to how your buffet is being served, or everything. You make a whole bouquet of your presentation and give it to them. And then, of course, then the main part comes where you present your budget.
Yeah.
And he says, no, I don't have this budget. Then you cut off half the things. The girl becomes sad. So you add a few more things for her. Because ultimately it's her day. And that's it, yeah. It's simple.
It's simple.
It's simple because it depends. Means if you want it to be simple, it's simple. If you want to be complicated, it's complicated.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
But I've realized it is better to keep the family happy and to deal with it. So in the longer run, means till the event, everything is hunky-dory.
Yeah.
There's no point upsetting people, at least for a wedding thing.
Yeah. I think there the sentiments are involved and that they are in a different mind space.
I think so. In a corporate event, you got a couple of meetings, but for a wedding thing, you need to do many more meetings. You understand what I mean to say? Okay, because the whole family is involved over there. I'm sure you know better than me. But like even for us, everyone, and Instagram and that the Pinterest or whatever. Everyone has got an image on the phone. I want this.
Yeah.
I want this. Okay. Then the mama comes and the aunt comes. Okay. And then the dad's close friend comes.
Yeah.
Okay. Without which nothing happens in the family. Right? So.
Yeah. And then when the budget is presented.
And the problem is that over here, look at me, no hair, and I'm looking like a bull. I have to go and present. And a pretty girl like you goes, at least that uncle is okay, pass. But with me, he'll say, what is this? Where did this come from? I know this, I know that. Okay, sir, thank you, sir.
Shit, actually, but that's true. I'm so sorry I just said shit.
See?
But that is true. That actually, I've seen this between even Hemant and me, that when I'm there, suddenly the client is finding it more believable. It's the vibe.
Pretty face.
No. Tell me, you're known in this space for the finesse that you bring to your work. Who has led you to that amount of perfection? Have you worked with such players in the market who taught you how to
I
get
think
better.
so. In our earlier days, we worked with a lot of international companies. And they wanted that kind of finish, and then we just stuck to that.
Wow. That just became
Yeah.
your style of work.
So we had got even companies from Geneva, from Paris, then we had a few companies from Barcelona, Israel, here and there. So UK, and I think so. It's like a part of our DNA to
Yeah.
do the right thing.
And then does this DNA get passed on because of some formal SOP that you all follow in your space?
Oh,
does
no,
that
no,
work?
we don't have any SOP or nothing like that. Trust me, it is just that you have to get it right.
In your system. It's in your
Yes.
system.
Yeah.
And no matter how many new team members come in, it still gets passed on in the right way. You've never felt that it's because you were focusing on one project, something else got compromised on.
No, but in our case now, we do not do 3 projects at a time.
No.
We can't do it. So it is usually, it will be back to back, but not simultaneously. We don't have the bandwidth. I'll not lie.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's because you want to maintain that level
No,
of...
I think the projects are so big.
Ah.
You can't do 3 projects or 2 projects at a time. It is not possible. And in our field, means even like what you have to do. So you're like a doctor to the family. They just want to see you.
Yes.
They are not bothered with, you may have your best person on the job, but they would want Mareesha to be over there.
Yeah.
They are not accepting anyone else.
True.
You understand?
Yes.
It's like that. So there's
want,
no point. Yeah, they want you. They want to
Sarosh
see
on
you.
floor.
Yeah.
There's a big drawback as well, right? Don't you feel?
Well, drawback, agreed. But then, that's the way it is.
It is. It is what it is.
It is what it is. This is the way.
What about other production houses? And, now that you see that there are vendors available in all cities,
Yes.
it's not the case that chalo 4-5
No.
cities se sab bhag rahe. We're pretty well off in that way. But the level of finesse in the work, the output, is not of a certain standard that one would expect. What do you think it's going to take us for us as an industry to have probably a Sarosh in every major city?
It is not about having a Sarosh. It is that those vendors are doing 8 shows a month or 10 shows a month. Now, how can he give you a good finish? How means it? You tell me, is it possible?
Yeah.
No, he has to. He can't. Even if he wants to, he can't.
So you either go for volume,
or quality.
or quality.
Yeah, you can't do both.
Wow, that's disappointing.
Hey, become a Maruti or Mercedes Benz. But depends. I'm not saying Maruti is bad.
No. Sure. But, I mean, there are. In fact, there are more buyers for Maruti always.
Yes. Mass product.
Mass product. I'm now going to go into a space which is very exciting for me, which is musicals and Mughal-E-Azam experience.
Yes.
I am very curious. In spite of being your friend, I've never had the opportunity to ask you, how did Mughal-E-Azam happen to you?
How did it happen? So, as I told you, I was doing Gujarati plays in my earlier days.
Yes.
So, with the same director, Feroz Khan.
Yeah.
I had done this Gujarati play called Eva Mumbai Ma Chal Jaiye.
No.
That's the West Side Story version.
No way.
Why, you were part of it?
No, I can't believe that was like ages back.
Yeah, ages back. And so I was doing lights over there. And then when he came up with this production, so he said, now, what are you into? So we said sets. And he said, okay, let's do sets together.
Oh my God.
And he started doing sets on that project. And I was like, I don't know, it's about 5 years, 6 years. I don't know how many years of Mughal-E-Azam.
Mughal-E-Azam, yes.
Going on, yeah.
I think it's the most successful musical Indian production.
It is. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Last year, our team had gone to US, about 18 cities they had gone to.
Really?
So our boys are also traveled over there. Means our carpenters, our painters.
Oh my.
Yeah. So I was very thrilled with the fact that all these guys have an opportunity to go to the USA.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's impossible for people like them to travel.
True.
But before that, we did a whole leg of the Middle East, that is Dubai, Muscat, Doha, everywhere. Then we went to Malaysia, Singapore.
My
So
God.
this team has traveled everywhere.
Unbelievable.
And I try to send new people, so that they can also
travel
because
abroad.
experience is something.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm sure it's very motivating for them, right? To just
Of course,
get to
they're
travel.
excited because they go back to the village and say, "Can you imagine this guy, the carpenter's from Bihar, and he says, I have been to New York."
I know what you're
Okay, huh?
saying.
Oh, I've been to
Yeah.
Singapore.
My
Huh?
God.
Then now he's come to our company about 10 years, 15 years back in a train because his brother was working over there, and he's coming, and now, where are you? I'm in New York. Come on, that's a story, right?
It is.
That's
It
nice.
is.
But that's all thanks to the director and the producer and stuff like that. But Mughal-E-Azam it's a journey, trust me. And it's not an easy set to put up. Oh, no. That's too many things go into it.
Like what? What is the challenge?
The challenge till about a year back, what we were facing was, so that the sets are moving up and down, and that the sets were just too heavy.
Okay.
Like how we have fiber sets going on.
Yeah.
And we were scratching our heads, and ultimately now, means since last year, all our sets are made in aluminum. Yeah, you see them, they don't look, but there is no iron in that whole set or no fiber. It's all aluminum.
Oh my.
Oh, yes. And that's something, now that was a challenge. Now that's something new. You understand what I mean to say?
Yes, of course.
I don't think so. Anyone has done it in this country. But.
And it took you a while to understand what to do in order.
We tried all materials. We tried foam, we tried styrofoam, we tried some cardboard, we tried everything. But it's got to last also. And this one is amazing. Like if you are at 1.5 tons, now you are at only 400 kilos. So like from
that much of a difference.
Oh yes.
And then that same set traveled to all 18 cities across US.
Yeah, again it's going.
You're doing US
the
again.
leg starts with Houston on the 15th of August, I think so.
My God. So there is still a repeat audience as well waiting for Mughal-E-Azam to come back.
And the tickets are very highly priced over there, trust me.
Yeah.
Oh. Because you're traveling with a team of 100 people.
Yes. True. So all the artists, even the dancers are from...
Everyone is from India.
Oh my God.
Usually in India, you got about 130 or 140 people. I think so over there, you've reduced it by about 20, 30 people.
Which is hardly anything because compared to the scale of the work. But then a lot of musicals which I have known of, they take the Bollywood dancers from US, UK, train them, taking just the head choreographer and assistant from
the thing is, this is pure classical Kathak and whatever they call it. I don't know the whole thing, but but they are, you can't train them in 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
These girls have been training for like years together to get what they deliver on stage.
Yeah. Do you think we are not able to do justice to these kind of large-scale productions in India? Like we don't have those kind of venues where they can just be put up. Internationally we run shows for years.
So we only had one venue, the NCPA.
NCPA.
But luckily with this JWC coming up, the
NMACC.
NMACC. So, and that's a world-class theatre.
Yeah.
Trust me, world-class. There's no stone unturned over there.
Yeah.
Everything that you need is there. You can compare it to the Esplanade in Singapore. It's that good.
Oh.
It's amazing.
And we'll need so many more of those across India because I feel India itself is a great market.
Building something like that,
you
need huge funding. It's not easy. It's not easy. I don't think so. It will happen, but it'll take time.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? When we see the spending habits...
Because you don't have returns. End of the day, how many people go and watch theatre? What is the theatre audience like? Look, it'll take time.
So this is more like supporting the art
form.
Yeah,
it's for the love of theatre and love for culture that someone would spend that kind of money and, put up a It's just love. Otherwise, you can't do it. If you try to make it financially viable, I don't think so it'll work.
Sarosh, what's next for someone like you? You've done the best of work in luxury events. You've done your musicals, the fashion space, weddings. You've done it all. What's next for you?
I really don't know, but my upcoming thing in life just now is to, now what I want to do is that I want to create spaces, or you can say venues, where people can come in and do their events. You understand?
Yes.
So make pretty spaces available for people to come and do their social gigs, their corporate gigs, stuff like that. That's the idea.
Which will mean more money and less creative involvement after a point.
Creative involvement would be initially
Yes.
when you are setting up the venue, when you are,
Yeah.
creating one.
True.
So you give it more time, you have more time doing it, and you do it the way you want it.
Yeah.
With some aesthetics here and there, but on the whole, you do it the way you want it. You visualize the way you want it to be, and then you make it the way you want it. You're not doing it for one particular client. You are doing it for like a whole lot of them.
Lot of them.
Yeah.
Who can use it for
As
different.
and how they want it. Yeah.
Yeah. For different types of events. It's
That's
not
right.
restricted. And I think that kind of land space is far easily available in cities outside of Mumbai.
Outside of Mumbai, and we've just opened one at the racecourse.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So that was built from scratch, or it was half done up?
It was half done up, and then the initial operator had left pre-COVID because of whatever the rents and this, that. And then we took it up, remodeled it,
Okay.
changed it, did quite a few changes, and now it's a venue.
And
It's
I
a
think
good one.
your experience of having understood the technical aspect also will really come
Everything
handy
helps.
to you.
Everything. So what happens is that means we've planned it in a nice way, means as far as I understand it.
Yeah.
Of course, everyone can't be happy, but it is really planned well, and it's really doing well. Touch wood. So that's nice.
So here's to more venues by
More venues. That's right. More venues, and I don't know which way it takes me, because I have really not planned anything in my life. It just takes a turn. I think so. This is one of those turns.
Nice.
I don't know. I may go into the hospitality business. I don't know. I'm
Wow, that's quite
go
random.
into hotels. I don't know what's next.
Wow.
Yeah.
And if you have to reflect back on your entire journey, professionally, especially, in fact, even personally, what do you think would be that moment when you must have been at your lowest, and literally the moment when you had to pick yourself and tell yourself that no, the show must go on. I've got to keep going at this and not give up on myself.
Lowest means you mean to say suicidal or anything like that?
I hope it was not that bad.
No, I'm asking you.
Lowest space when ideally not suicidal, but if it was the case, then share that as well.
No. I don't have any low points in my life. Okay.
Really?
No low points in my life. So
Wow.
I'm not worried about anything.
And I think the only time you must have told the show must go on is when somebody didn't pay you and you were like, "Chodo, aage badho, dusra kaam utha lo."
Yeah. I can't be low in life.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
just
so.
you as a
Yeah.
person. You've never seen the black spaces. You've always moved
No,
towards.
it's okay. If it's not there, it's not there.
Oh,
What can you do about it?
yeah, just keep
You
going.
can't get depressed, huh?
Yeah. True. Okay. Final one. I'm going to take some names. Okay. And
Test.
you have to just react. Tell us what comes to your mind when I say the following. Okay. Nandini,
Love.
Martin,
Friend.
Xerxes.
Best friend.
You know you're going to be dead with that. Ronnie,
Good friend.
Firoz,
Mentor.
Fali,
Very good friend.
Hemant Kale,
Buddy.
NMA,
Mentor.
live events,
Love them.
Instagram.
Don't understand it.
Thank you, Sarosh, for talking to
Welcome.
us.
Welcome.
This is huge. It really means a lot.
Most welcome.